Hello, namaste, and welcome you all to the brand new episode of the FitVid podcast. And today I'm joined with the nutritionist and the owner and founder of the FreshPiQ Salads, Miss Ashka Shah.
Thank you for having me.
Ashka,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure having you here, firstly. And we are in the same industry, you being a nutritionist and being in the same field, managing both the fitness and the nutrition.
Right.
Um, first, being first, what do you think how much our industry, or specifically the nutrition industry, has uplifted post the pandemic, and why so?
So I think when the outside food was not coming home in the pandemic, people started habit of cooking at home, and when it was a very sedentary lifestyle because everyone was busy at their home in different rooms. So they started having nutritious food at home so that if they don't can't do exercise after going out and all that, so they can eat nutritious at home, and that way maybe many lives changed after the pandemic. They formed a healthy habit of eating at home, I guess.
I think that's the most important point, and I think that's the practice that our parents have
Right.
taught us since
Right.
the very beginning of our birth. As I said, that whenever a friend meets us and
Yeah.
when they know that we are in this industry, everyone asks us that, "चलो यार diet दो यार कोई तो. We want to be fit and अभी
Yeah.
पतला होना है नहीं ये सब कुछ." So what do you think is the concept of dieting over here? Any generalized answer is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so many people don't know what dieting is. So they try to get a new plan or a proper plan by which they can get fitter.
Right.
But being at home, they can start a new habit of having good food. Like for instance, you can have your pulses and vegetables in good amount and eat your carbs less
Absolutely.
at home only, but they don't understand it very nicely. So what
Okay.
we have to for when they ask for diet, they expect you to tell, okay, what should we have actually, and the proportion size that is
Absolutely.
needed,
Absolutely.
because they are not people much people are aware about the diet, what it is actually.
What should be
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, right. I feel the most important thing that people lack these days, everyone understands everything in nutrition.
Right.
Ki if we tell them ki don't have this, why shouldn't we have this?
Yeah.
That's the first attitude which comes to mind. And nutrition being such a wide aspect, every nutritionist has its own opinion.
Right.
So for example, if you say that detox diet has these advantages and these disadvantages, the other person might say that it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
So everyone has their own opinions towards that nutrition
Right,
point of view.
right.
So you can't say that this is a bad one.
No.
I feel so when I was going through this 30 days to transform journey, there were many clients coming our way who had different mindsets.
Right.
But I always used to tell them, whether it's your exercises or your nutrition, I feel neither an exercise or a meal plan is bad.
No.
It's either more effective or less
Less
effective,
effective.
is what I
Right,
feel. Coming back on the same topic, what do you think about detox diets? Because that's the trend of our youngsters these days.
Right.
कि 10 दिन में 10 किलो कम करना है, चलो पानी पे रहते हैं, जूस पीते हैं.
हाँ.
तो what do you think about detox diets?
So I think detoxifying your body is good. Have healthy drinks like beetroot, carrot, and juices like that for detoxifying your body. But don't starve yourself. You can't totally not eat food and live on liquid diet for 10 days and then eat the normal diet that you had before 15 days.
So you're saying it's not a sustainable one?
Yeah, because your metabolism goes down when you stop eating. And then you start eating immediately, it won't shoot up immediately. So the digestion that is there in your body will be lowered. So that must have not good effects on your body. So it
Okay.
is not sustainable for long term, I think.
Right.
For 1 or 2 days, if you want to go on detox,
Just to detox your body.
once in a while in a week.
Okay. But then is detoxification that effective? As in, for example, as you said, that if you do the detox diets for 1 or 2 days, what does it exactly do to your body?
So it is like cleansing your body.
Okay.
So if you had a good trip outside,
Okay.
and you have had lot of carbs and everything, so the detoxification is just your body be for 1 or 2 days.
Right.
Just relax your body for 1 or 2
Right.
days.
Like
Just
the way
eat
we
light.
youngsters keep our phone shut for a day just
Right,
to tell
right.
that we are detoxifying by keeping a net closed.
Yeah, exactly.
Back of the mind, we are always saying कि चलो यार net खोलते हैं, Instagram देखते हैं, कुछ तो करते हैं.
वो टेम्प्ट होता है खाने के लिए कि चलो खा लेते हैं. So do it for 1 or 2 days,
Yeah.
and then you can have your food in a portion.
I feel, guys, to be very honest, this is my opinion, but I feel detoxification is your personal need. Don't say that it's necessary always. I feel if you want to detox yourself from your phone or dietarily, then I feel do it for a day. Just calm yourself. Keep your body as an aside from that particular food item or your phone, get refreshed, and get back on track immediately. That's what I feel. Secondly, now again, the most important and the most asked question. What do you think about intermittent fasting, IF?
See, I don't support intermittent fasting. I'm
Okay.
sorry, many people does it when they want a instant result. For
Okay.
you can say 10 days में मुझे 10 किलो कम करना ही है.
Huh.
Which yeah, you can do if you want to starve yourself. You can do it, but like I said, 10 days you don't eat. You go on intermittent dieting and you can't eat enough food. And
Right.
after 10 days, when you eat the food that you had before,
Having. Yeah.
your body is going to be what it was before.
Right. So it ultimately
So
comes to
yeah,
portions.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to do diet, if you want to reduce your weight long term, just eat healthy veggies, make it your lifestyle. In one day, no one is going to change their eating habit.
Absolutely.
So it has to be a habit of eating healthy food, eating your veggies, eating your pulses, high protein food to lose weight and to have a good effect on your body as well.
Okay. What I feel is, as in our parents, our grandparents actually taught us that you should have 4 meals a day. Breakfast mein poha upma, lunch mein dal and 3 rotis and rice and everything. So it was a complete whole meal in every meal of the day. But then the point is, these people, our grandparents, parents, used to like work hard for 10 hours, 11 hours, sleep
Yeah.
properly, sleeping at 8 in the evening, waking up at 4:30 in the morning. They had this perfect balance of work and life, which we don't have.
Right.
Do you think we need to make some changes in the food part to compensate that?
See, they were right and they were wrong.
Okay.
At that time, they had so much physical work to do. So they needed that energy from the food to work all day and sleep at early at night, and that was a lifestyle then.
Absolutely.
And now we have a sedentary life. We don't move much when we are working. So that is what the need of the hour is. कि पहले the diet was they are right to eat घर का खाना,
Absolutely.
4 roti, but now we have to convert that 4 roti into 2
Absolutely.
because our life is changing.
Exactly.
And we have to do a portion control,
Exactly.
which they didn't need because they had a lot of work to do. And now we have a lesser work, a sedentary work.
Exactly.
So we have to do portion controls for our meals. Have 4 times a day. It is good. Even your dietitian or anyone who is into diet will recommend not 2 meals a day. They'll give you multiple meals within 2 hours and 3
Exactly.
hours, but in portions.
Exactly. I think just continuing the answer, I feel if you want to have 4 chapatis and complete the meal entirely, I feel the easiest thing that you can do is just have 1 hour of exercise. You can have it in any form: yoga, fitness, running, cycling, whatever you feel like. But if you want to complete your hunger levels and if you want to be satisfied with your food, the balance of food, exercising, rest and recovery, that's what we call it as a tripod, is very important to maintain a good lifestyle and set it going forward. I hope I'm right talking
Right,
about
right.
this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think the next question is about the same. Now we are coming out of the pandemic. We're getting back on track in terms of both our financial crisis as well as our physical fitness crisis. How has pandemic affected the dietary habits of the people? More importantly, now we have these online apps where you can order food staying at home. तो वो एक आदत बन चुकी है.
Right, right, right.
How has this affected the pandemic? How has this pandemic affected the dietary habits?
So I think in the pandemic, people had a lot of time. Some people had a lot of time, some people didn't had at all. So the people who had time were doing exercise at that time and eating home food because we were not able to order from outside for a certain period of time.
Exactly.
So they were eating home food and also doing exercise. But the ones who were not doing exercise, they were eating food with fun also, because every day, dalgona coffee and I made this today, that today. That was the whole life for 2 to 3 years.
Absolutely.
And they enjoyed it. But the ones who had in portions, who was conscious ki we are at home only, we can't go out, so we have to balance it. Who were conscious,
Exactly.
they did it.
Right.
And who were having fun, they had it. Yes.
But I think that has drastically changed the lifestyles as well.
Yeah.
Because even after pandemic, when everyone knows कि restaurants खुल चुके हैं, we can have and we can, for example, you having a salad company,
Right.
you can definitely order something, a healthy salad, instead of ordering something unhealthy or junk through these apps.
Right.
So it's all about priorities, is what I feel. If I'm in the office and if I want to order something for lunch, naturally I have to prioritize on my health and order something for lunch. Now people say ki I'm working since 9 in the morning and now it's 2. I'm so tired, चलो कुछ butter chicken order कर लेते हैं with fried rice and everything. How's that going to work?
So I need to tell you one thing. We started our brand in pandemic. So at that time our market was very good because people
Yeah.
were very health conscious, which they were
Absolutely.
not before.
Right.
So after the pandemic they were more conscious about eating healthy and increase their immunity. Because every vegetables has the power to increase their immunity.
Absolutely.
So it is not, immunity is not built in one day. So continuously having the salads and good amount of veggies and soups, which has a good amount of protein and good nutritions that you need for your body. They understood at that point that we need this because at work we can't get enough time to cook and all that. So yeah, that way in pandemic people's life changed in a better way also. Yeah.
Absolutely. If I want to give you my example, then I have a super fast metabolism. So for example, if I don't lift weights, then my muscle is like this.
Oh.
Yeah, in just like a month. So if I just share my pictures with you of the pandemic, then it's like it was horrible. So I was focusing on eating more of carbs and protein just to complete that intake of mine, but it was no use because we didn't have that weights initially at home. Then I ordered it, but then it was horrible. Then honestly, I can share my personal experience with my clients, and then they understand that how nutrition is important these days to maintain that physique or to maintain that results what they've achieved in their respective plans. So I think it's really important to focus
Yes,
on the
yes.
food part
Totally.
as well. It's a very common asked question. One of my team members was asking me about this, that money heist, which everyone is a big fan of. Once a new season comes, everyone is like, चलो 7 episodes एक ही रात में देख लेंगे. Then उसके साथ सब कुछ आता है. Corn आता है,
Absolutely.
popcorn आते हैं, potato wafers आते हैं. How to control the binge eating?
I think eat popcorn, which is healthy.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. So popcorns are healthy. They are made of corn.
Okay.
So see, when after dinner also, when you sit for movie and you want to eat, if you want to see movie, you want to eat anything.
Okay.
Like, and especially when you watch
वो मुझे
Master
एक्चुअली
Chef.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, वो मुझे आज तक पता नहीं चला है कि मूवी देखने के साथ में व्हाई डू यू वांट टू ईट समथिंग. मूवी देखो, खत्म करो.
It is just a habit of everyone, I think, in India or anywhere, because
Right.
when we go to a theater, they give you popcorn and everything, and we take it we take it very happily. And in the pandemic, we missed that, so we ate everything at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, because when one of my friends, he is in the US basically, so they have these options. So in the theaters, they are given with keto wraps and low carb rolls and a protein shake drink or something to watch a movie. And I'm like, yaar, ये तो कमाल है यार.
No one is going to take that in India.
No one's going to tolerate it at
Yeah.
all, and they are going to be like, ये ऐसे सब मिलने वाला है क्या? चलो जब OTT पे घर पे आएगा तब देख लेंगे.
Exactly.
So I feel more important rather than watching a movie, people are here to eat only.
In India, eating is very important, like street food, and people are mad for
It's a
food.
stress buster.
Yeah. And even for me, I like it, but yeah, dieting has to be there. There should be a healthy lifestyle.
Right. You spoke about the popcorn right now, and coming on the diet culture today, it's said that carbohydrates are bad. Maybe some people think that proteins are bad. What do you think about these specific nutrients? I would rather cover up the macronutrients. So what do you think about all 3 macronutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, fats? What do you think about it?
See, carbohydrates is something that converts into energy when you need it for a lifestyle.
Exactly.
So when you work, that energy is going to get utilized. But if you have a lifestyle which is not very active, then you need carbohydrates, but in a smaller portion, in a smaller parts.
Right.
So if you eat more carbohydrates and do nothing, sit at home, then it is going to make you increase your weight.
Absolutely.
So that is what it is. So protein, carbohydrates, everything is necessary for your body, but in a portion. If you are not working at all, you can't eat over carbohydrates.
Right,
You have
right.
to have it in a portion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I feel there's this new trend which is going on. I wouldn't say this is a new trend, but it's definitely trending, that is about calorie deficit, which includes portions and proportion control. And there's this huge content on YouTube where people say that you should get a weighing scale on Amazon and start weighing your food, every single food item.
Right.
Now, we always being in the industry, we measure our food items. We are used to it.
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
A, not a problem because it's our profession, it's our job.
Right.
But then now, for example, our team members who are always dubbing films in the studios and always busy in their own
Right.
professional work, working in IT companies. Some are students. How do these people control their proportions? Because every meal, for example, if a student is eating his lunch in a dabba, how can he measure his food on a weighing scale? So what's an alternative for that?
So I think measurement is necessary if you are doing a strict diet. But the people like students and the people who are working and people like them, they just have to have your own food that you get from dabba, chapati, roti, whatever they have in their daily life.
Right.
But when you're working, you need food because
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
because then if you don't eat food, your mind is not going to work because food is a mind reliever like
Absolutely.
that. So
But I
yeah.
think, but just to go against it,
Yeah.
it's a bad habit. Because there are
it's a
many
bad
more stress busters to it. Food just can't be one option कि चलो कुछ खा लेते हैं, छोले भटूरे पेल लेते हैं, and then I'm
No,
fit and fine, I can work for 8 hours more. That can't be an alternative, right?
The one who asks for food is your brain, not your body.
Wow.
So
Well
you,
said.
so you have to control that.
Yeah.
When you get hungry, your hormones ask for food, like fat tissues and your intestine. Everything asks for food. That gives a signal to your brain. कि now I am hungry. Now I have to eat. But many times it is only the brain who is telling you that चल बोर हो रहा है कुछ खा लेते हैं.
Exactly.
So that should be controlled. Like when a student is outside, he had his dabba. And again, if he sees a good menu on the canteen, he'll go there and eat. So
Right.
that habit should be controlled.
Right.
And then I think it's no problem.
I think till the age of 16, as in which we call it as a growing kid,
Yeah.
we are not much concerned about what nutrients that specific guy or girl is having.
Right.
Because specifically in India, the mindset is that chalo bachcha bada ho raha hai na, let him eat whatever he wants. Major problem uske baad chalu hota hai. I feel in the ladies specifically, there's a growing number of PCOD, PCOS.
Yeah, too much.
Too much, as in,
Too much, right,
as in my program's batch, every batch has 35 to 40 people. Almost 10 to 12 ladies are diagnosed with PCOD and
The
PCOS.
frequency has increased too much now.
And then these people understand the importance of food and what they want to have. But till then, the panic situation is so much at the top that these guys are like, "Aap kuch bhi bolo, hum kuch bhi karne ko tayar hai." So I'm like that when the situation is mellowed down, when the situation is normal, why don't you take control of that situation at that point itself?
Exactly.
Why do you wait for that hyper situation to come? So,
Yeah, so for-
tell me, yeah.
Yeah. For diabetics and for heart patients also, there's a food eating habits that leads to them to that diseases.
Absolutely.
So when you start a precautionary steps before it comes to you, before any disease comes to you, कि if you start eating healthy, if you start eating healthy vegetables in your diet, then it may prevent the things that are coming
What
to
will
you.
happen?
So
Because I think PCOD is such a thing, or even diabetes is such a thing that can come to you maybe genetically itself.
Right.
So maybe a girl knows that I'm going to get diagnosed with PCOD soon, so she should take care of it right from the very beginning.
Right.
लेकिन ऐसा होता ही नहीं है. आजकल सब समझते हाँ कुछ नहीं होगा मुझे. That can't be an exclusive thing saying कि यार कुछ नहीं होगा मुझे, because your body, as in you don't know how your body is going to be responding after a while. So what do you think about how to be controlling on your food before entering into that situation?
Controlling, that is what I said. No, every girl doesn't get PCOD because she is eating more or eating
Exactly.
worse. Something is like there are many hormonal changes in a girl's life when while they grow up.
When you get into
So it is
puberty
because
phase,
of that
yeah.
also, and because it collaborates with the eating habit that you have.
Exactly.
So yeah, that is what I'm saying. Eat healthy, not very healthy. मतलब
Keep that
don't-
balance.
हाँ, keep that balance. If you crave for some food, have it,
Right.
but in a portion that doesn't
Exactly.
harm you.
Exactly. No, because I feel being into that lifestyle thing, many doctors, not against any of them, but I feel PCOD is surely reversible. It's 110% reversible. And if you want to reverse that PCOD thing, the best and the most important thing is to change your lifestyle. And it's not going to be changed because lifestyle, being a lifestyle word, it says that you have to change the style of your life for your lifetime. That's where it goes, right?
Right.
And for that, you need to change your sleeping habits, your food habits, and your workout habits. In the initial days, I might feel that what the hell is happening to my body? My body is getting sore because of the workouts.
Right.
I'm not feeling too good because of the food that I'm eating.
Yeah.
But if you want to change something, if you want to achieve something, I feel you really want to grind through that. If you
Yeah.
want to achieve something, is
It
what
will
I
come
feel.
gradually. In one day, you will get tired doing it.
Exactly. But that initial phase is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
For example, the diabetics. When we talk about diabetes, the doctor asks them to cut down on the sugar intake. But then my uncle basically he was on a borderline diabetes thing, and the doctor asked him to cut down on potato, rice, and sugar. So the first thing which came to his mind कि अभी मैं क्या खाऊंगा, because that was my daily
Right.
routine.
Yeah.
क्योंकि as in going to the fridge, having a chocolate after dinner is what was his daily routine. And उसके बाद all of a sudden सब कुछ बंद हो गया. So the first 7 days was so terrible, and he was so much annoyed with himself कि अभी मैं क्या खाऊं. So I think, what do you think about the mindset that needs to be changed when you're entering into that fit lifestyle?
So that is what, when you go into the fridge, you get the whole chocolate and eat it whole. Just have 1-2 bar and keep it back, then it won't come only to you.
I think you're expecting a lot from our viewers actually, because because that's
Just
not-
a suggestion, but don't eat the whole chocolate, I mean.
okay. See guys, I can have it because my metabolism is super fast, but
Exactly.
if your metabolism is already slow, and if you're looking to lose that fat and maintain your physique, then 1 or 2 bites, maintaining the proportions, it's all about portion control.
Portion
right?
control,
And
everything
I think it's always said on each and every YouTube channel that it's all about portion control. Yeah, and now again, the question asked by my team members: 80% of student life and youngsters till the age of 28, 29, till you get married, we order something from the food apps.
Right.
It's honestly, I know the answer, but still I feel like answering this, maybe you might have a different point of view to it. Home cooked food and the food apps which they're giving. For example, if you make a fried rice at home, and if you're ordering fried rice from the restaurant, why do you prefer home cooked food? And in that thing, why would you look to control your portion?
So from outside food, you don't know what the ingredients are coming, what kind of oil is coming. From the home cooked food, you know how much portion should I add in my food. Like you will add a lesser oil compared to the oil that they are using
Right.
in the whole batch of the
Right.
production.
Right.
So I think, yeah, that is
बट
what.
देन टेस्ट कैसे सैक्रिफाइस करेंगे? अभी ये तो मुश्किल है.
वो तो बाहर का टेस्ट कभी नहीं आने वाला है घर के खाने में, बट देन बाहर का मंगा लो, खा लो
Actually,
एक
that's
बार.
what my question was, that people are not ready to sacrifice on their taste buds.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants the taste of a restaurant, घर पे, and still want to get that results. कैसे possible है?
नहीं है possible.
But then that's what we deal
Yeah,
with, as in that's
yeah.
what our job is, because people usually think that our job is pretty easy to convince the clients, give them a food plan, and as in 30 days may once they get the results, then they give that blessings to us ki, yeah,
Right.
thank you so much for the results and everything. But the hard work that we've done, of course they are
Right.
doing a great and fantastic job in
Absolutely.
getting back on track, but it's really an
It is difficult to be dedicated for 30 days. Yeah, so heads off to them also.
absolutely, absolutely. It's all kudos to them and for us as well, that we are doing a good job,
Yeah,
and proud of us. So
Should
yeah,
be.
and so coming to the last question. Um, Actually, this is something out of the nutrition thing, but I feel there are many youngsters who are looking to set their careers in fitness and nutrition industry. So, and as I said, that since the pandemic, the industry has all of a sudden taken a loop, and it's all going here and bounds all there.
Right.
So what do you think, how can these guys or girls make their careers in nutrition industry, and how can they evolve as a good nutritionist and go at the top?
See, food is a vast line. Like, you can do so much in food. There is a nutrition. There is a whole lot of different food categories, food needs that people have. Like
Exactly.
now, it is of a great concern that there is a proper categories coming, like food for diabetics, vegan
Exactly.
food.
Yeah.
So it is
So every metabolic disorder has its own
every body
plan.
is different. Everyone's requirement is different. So food is a vast area
A topic.
to
Yeah.
explore. And yeah, it is a good field. Please join us.
Actually, please join us, and
It is,
we would surely
yeah,
like to collaborate with you
yeah.
guys. And if any nutritionist or any fitness trainer is watching us, you've got our Instagram handles below. So yeah, just DM us, and we'll definitely like to collaborate with you. So thank you so much, Ashka. It was a
Welcome.
pleasure having you
Yeah,
here.
good to talk
And
to you.
yeah, stay tuned with the FitVid podcast, and super amazing and freshly brewed content is coming your way. So take care and bye bye.
Thank you.